Alright, hey guys, it's Idiotorx. Today, um, I'm making a video for those of you who have just started World of Warcraft, or want to know more about classes, or you can't decide what class you want to play. Um, so what this video is going to be about. It's going to be a tutorial. It's going to be a series of videos. This is probably going to be the longest one, since it's a big list of just explaining the whole game, choosing a whole bunch of stuff, explaining what each thing does. It's going to be a long video. It's going to probably be about 9 minutes long. The other ones won't be as long. They'll explain different things like questing and stuff like that, and where to go. It's going to be long. Okay, so let's get started. So after you've started up your World of Warcraft, you should probably come to this screen. It says account name and account password. If you've bought the game, then you should know your account name and account password. If you're on a free trial, then I recommend that you buy the game because you only have 10 days. Either way, you type in your account password and account name. Hang on. Alright, there we go. And let it connect, and it should say success, and you'll see this. Just an empty screen, no characters, can't enter world yet. So what we're going to do is create a new character. Now, you can be Alliance or Horde. These are called factions. Each race has different abilities, which you can read about in the top right corner. Gives you a detailed paragraph about your race as well. Each race looks different. There you go. There's all the races. Here they are. It's human, dwarf, night elf, gnome, Draenei. That consists of the Alliance. Now we move on to Horde. We have the Orcs, Undead, Tauren, Troll, and the Blood Elves. If you have not bought the Burning Crusade, then you won't have the Draenei or the Blood Elf. Anyway, now, once you've picked your class, I'm going to go ahead and pick a human, because they're a pretty good starter class. It's what I picked when I first started, so go down to our classes. Now, let me give you a breakdown. There's basically 3 things you can do whenever you're in a group. You can be the tank, which is somebody who takes the damage for your team, and basically tries to commit suicide, I guess. He basically stops everybody else from getting hit and wants everything to hit him. He takes the damage for everybody. He's the totally tough badass guy. And you've got your healers. These guys try to save the suicidal tank. They heal the group. They heal life bars, which it's fun. It's actually what I play. I play a holy paladin healer. Yeah, and then you've got your damage. These people, it's also called DPS, damage per second. These aren't as needed as your tank and your heals because every class can deal damage. I think it's 4 classes can tank, 4 classes can heal, and every single class can deal damage. So that means you're not going to find groups as fast as a healer or a tank would. Anyway, after you've picked your race, and if you want to be a male or a female, you go ahead and you pick what class you want to be. So, say you want to be a tank, then 4 classes that can tank are the warrior, the paladin, the druid, and the death knight. Now you can't play a death knight, which is right here, until you get a character to level 55 or higher. But the healer classes are the priest, the paladin, the shaman, and the druid. Each race can be certain classes, and they can't be certain classes. So it really depends on what race you pick for your class. So yeah, the warrior, totally tough, totally everything. And you've got your paladin. These guys are a pretty balanced fighter. They've got a lot of spells they can use because these guys can tank, they can heal, and they can deal damage. They can deal it all. They're very useful. It's what I play. And you've got your rogues. These guys can only deal damage, so it's going to be hard for you to find groups, but they're still fun. And then you've got your priests. These guys can heal and deal damage. Really good heals, decent damage. You got your death knight, which again, level 55 or higher that you need. These guys can tank and deal damage. Not the best tanks in my opinion, but they're pretty good on damage. Got your mages. These guys can just deal damage only. They're pretty fun. They hit really hard. They don't have a lot of good defense, but they have spells that can help them. And you got your warlock, similar to a mage, I believe. They just cast different types of spells, and all this you'd have to play it. The warlock is a very versatile class, kind of hard to play at first, but you know, those are your classes. Oh, and by the way, the warriors, as a resource to cast their spells, use rage. Paladins use mana to cast their spells. Rogues use energy, and priests use mana. Death Knights use runic power and runes. And the mages use mana, and the warlocks use mana. These three classes that you see here, if you've selected a human, won't be available, so you have to switch to a different race. Like the hunter. These guys can only deal damage. They are good at leveling too. I'd say these are probably a good one to start out with. They're fun to level. They use mana as a resource, and they get a pet past the level 10. You got your druids. These guys can tank, heal, and deal damage. So they're all around good and versatile. They get certain forms so they can morph into things. It's very, very fun. So those are your classes. Oh wait, forgot one. That would be the shaman. These guys are, I've never really played a shaman, so I wouldn't know much about them, but I do know that they can be strong. They can heal and deal damage. They use mana as a resource. Typically, they aren't the best healers. They're probably, I don't want to, well, it's probably the wrong choice of words, but they're the worst healers out of the group of healers, I believe. Their damage is really, really, really good. Pretty good class. Once again, you can read about the classes in the bottom right corner. Read all about them. Anything, really. After you've selected your class, which shouldn't take that long, just really decide on what you want to be, and you can design your guy with all sorts of skin color, facial features, all sorts of stuff. You know, you can click randomize. Anyway, and then we go down to your name. You can pick any name you want, really. You can't use numbers or spaces or periods and stuff like that, but I'm just going to use my YouTube name. There you go. I'm just going to go ahead and be a rogue, because, you know, just a good example. And you click accept. And my next video will contain what's past this button right here, enter world. It's going to be all about what to do. Don't be confused. I'll show you what to do, all sorts of stuff. Show you all the spells that certain classes can use and when to use them. Thank you for watching. More videos will be coming. I'm trying to get them as fast as I can. The only thing that that's really holding me back is there's only a 10-minute. I can only record 10-minute videos. Sorry about that. I have to kind of hurry. But next video, I'll show you what's going on past the enter world button. Thank you for watching.